Must be Tuesday night. It's time for Shadowrun shenanigans. We're still playing through Shadowrun mission 0604. TikTok, parentheses, not the app.
Oh, okay.
So as our recap goes, previously on Shadowrun missions, we have our guest star Johnny Nash.
Well, all right. Started pretty simple. Doc Tate wanted me to keep an eye on these folks, make sure everything goes smooth. But then, it being these folks, it didn't. I get there to see Billy knocked on his butt. And then somehow during that process, he managed to summon a mosquito spirit. Now, so the good father went down. He's a man of the cloth and all. I couldn't let him get killed. So raced in, grabbed him, got him out of the safety, while Gertrude got everybody else out to safety. We get a little ways, park for a while, and then we discuss what we should do. Billy wakes up. Billy scares the target to the point of insanity. Looking for his close-up. And so we have to... so we're stuck with nothing, with no other choice but to take the girl back to Doc Tate, because she's way too young. Trust me, I could tell that just by looking at her and comparing two old photographs. I could tell she wasn't the right age. But took her to Doc Tate. Find out that the doc's good. Found out that he was that she was the daughter of our target. So I believe now during this time, the good father was filling out paperwork. Billy was looking like a clipboard, like he didn't know what it was for. And I think I'm not sure for a thing, but I think, well, there's Stephanie that's in Darcy. I think something else is in Darcy too. Either Darcy's haunted or somebody is hiding in Darcy. Eventually I'm sure that will come to pass. But I believe right when we left, the last thing we did was everybody was getting ready to head out to talk to the mother, weren't we?
I think that's what was being discussed.
Luna. Luna is staying.
Luna's staying with the daughter.
Yeah, the doc is feeling fishy, so I'm staying with is it Catty Cat?
Katie Cat.
Katie Cat. Well, her name's Catty now. Cool.
Don't forget to write that on the whiteboard.
Yeah, so we hadn't really discussed how you guys wanted to handle this.
Yeah, I just had a note that says make plans to pick up the real Melissa Truman. That's all I wrote.
Yeah, I think I texted you about that this is the daughter. The real Melissa is probably still at the tower. And I'm staying with her because the doc is sus. And you were gonna check on the boys, and that's when, Billy doesn't know how the clipboard works.
I know how it works. I'm just famous. I shouldn't have to.
Everyone should know my medical information. Oh, no, the suspicious thing was that they needed your information in the first place because we were there like a day ago. That was a thing. That was it. That was the thing. Bob thought I forgot. I did, but I remembered.
Yeah, so you guys had just been there maybe a week ago.
Yeah.
Because it was
And
the end of
KO's
the last
eating
mission.
chips in the thing that is not a glove box.
Yes,
It's a KO box now.
It's totally not a glove
KO
department.
box.
It's a KO box.
Thank you. Thank you. Of all the things that we could remember from last time.
Allerton, refresh your point of edge, please, for the KO box.
Yes.
Wow.
I like Edge.
I do want to know when we get our
Underneath.
punch card for frequent visitor to the hospital. We can get our free sandwich.
What, their sandwiches?
What?
That's only a Michelin rated doctors.
Oh,
All right, folks. Thanks for coming. This has been a good night. See you next week. Great. So Luna's staying. But I've given you all the information I know so far.
Well, we need to know where to go to find Melissa.
I had said the tower in the message, in the text message.
And I do remember mentioning that you guys remembered the trouble you went through because all you had was an old photograph. And that means you probably don't know what the real Melissa Truman looks like.
I'm assuming it's like Katie, but older.
is there some sort of program or something Stephanie could run to like what she might look like aged up the 20 years or 30 years, whatever it's been?
You can certainly try. You want to roll? Go ahead and roll 12 dice for me.
Oh, that was one. Sorry.
Will a 46 do it? Plus 3, it's 49.
Pretty good fireball.
Also,
I count 7 successes. Pretty good. So there's a bit of work involved. After maybe a half hour or so, Stephanie spits out to your comm link. Here's a picture that may or may not be the person you're looking for.
Do you share that to the pan? And if so, which pan do you share it to?
That is a good question.
Because for the moment, she has only given it to you.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I don't remember if Johnny said he was going with us to find Melissa, or Amber's nodding yes.
You thought I did, yeah.
Okay, if you said that you did, then I would share it with everybody who said that they were going. So whatever the pan is that includes you.
Okay.
Includes Johnny.
Hey, she aged well.
I mean, this is just an estimate, so yay for algorithms.
Question mark?
So who all is going to go over to pick up Melissa or go look for her?
I'm taking a nap.
Well, if we're taking Darcy, I'm automatically included.
I send Octade a text, DNI, so it doesn't saying they're gonna go after the mom. So I was gonna tag along.
That's good.
Okay.
The father is going to like drag himself out of the chair, and then he's gonna like try to fiddle with the Valkyrie module to see if he can catch some winks in there or something.
Okay.
How does this work? He's like beep boop beep boop boop. Every knob and dial he's flipping and switching.
Just lie down. It's fine.
And he does so.
I send Luna a text. You riding in Darcy, or you want to ride with me again?
I'm gonna sit this one out. I think it's quite the adventure, and also, I seem to remember hurting Darcy. Therefore, yeah, I'm just gonna sit this out until the embarrassment goes away.
Wow. If only Billy could be like that.
Wait, do you say that?
I actually would. Well, this is just between me and Luna, since I just texted.
Yeah, do you?
Yes. Oh,
do
I
you text that?
I text that to. I text that to Luna. Yes.
Cool. Luna's like, I mean, he's not wrong, but I don't want to give him the satisfaction of knowing that, so I just don't respond.
All right.
He's out of line, but he's right.
All
You
right.
say something so controversial yet so true.
So that means that Luna is staying at the clinic with Katie Cat.
Mm-hmm.
Johnny is riding his motorcycle solo, and everybody else is in Darcy.
Some with seatbelts.
And as always, the Valkyrie module has a passenger.
It's just a revolving door.
So between the KO box and the Valkyrie module, does that mean that we could get 2 extra people in here? Like, just for future reference.
Possibly.
Yeah, I don't feel the fire marshal's gonna come shut us down.
Yeah.
They'll have to catch you first.
That's right.
Just as an aside, that I'd just like to state that Tezlon loves the fact that the smuggling compartment in Darcy is now known as the KO box.
Yeah, I don't know why you guys let us play Shadowrun, because we're literally gonna rename everything. Between me and Chris, it's all gonna be renamed.
KO box and Drone Dash.
Yeah.
Just wait.
You had
All
my
right.
curiosity, but now you have my attention.
So, what is your status, Paladin?
Right now,
Win status.
I'm at like I have 6 boxes of stun damage.
And no physical?
No physical.
Okay. And Billy, I know you have some stun damage.
6 physical, 4 stun, and I'm waiting for the stim patch to wear off so that I can take 12 stun.
So it's not double the boxes for a stim.
Oh, okay.
Jen, there's that
It's the-
migraine.
It's the rating +1. God, if it were double the stim patch rating, that would be rough. Especially given that pretty much everybody packs a rating 6.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been around long enough for that to occur.
Well, in that case, I'll be taking a dirt
If
nap.
I if I put 2 rating 6 stim patches on him,
So when we're all walking out to Darcy, Billy just face plants in front of us.
He makes it to Darcy,
Okay.
but just barely. So Gertrude, you see him, like he takes a step, and then he's starting to wobble, and makes it in just far enough to. He's on the floor next to the KO box. And meanwhile, Father Aladdin just walks up.
Yeah.
Valkyrie module.
Gertrude, how much time does he spend sleeping when you guys are on runs?
Which one?
Fair question. I was talking about Mr. Faceplant here. But
I hear the thud of his body and I slide the thing open a little bit and then I just shut it back. Yeah.
huh. She looks familiar. Why is she
You don't see me. Are you in Darcy?
Oh, I would be at the door.
Yes,
I would
make a
be
check.
I would be at the
Perception test, Johnny.
Okay.
Yes.
I will.
And KO
I'm
make
gonna use
a
stealth.
sneaking
I'm gonna use
test.
stealth. Yeah.
Ooh.
I would have followed up the door
Get
because
out of here with
watching
that 4.
with watching Billy faceplant
This
is
where
one of the
Amber
few
rage
things
quits.
of few bits of joy I can get out of this life. Now that, I basically made a steal.
Oh.
Ooh.
And you even had the larger dice pool. Interesting.
Can I have the courtesy nerp?
Do you have a nerf to spend?
I have 1 and that's it.
You may
And I'm gonna
spend it.
do it for this. I'm gonna do it for this. Okay. So /R.
Yes, thank you, Billy Berserker, for reminding everyone how everybody needs the help of the stream.
Yeah.
Can I have
Oh,
the
wow.
courtesy nerp?
Wasn't meant to be.
was not
Ooh,
meant
I
to
love it
be.
when the dice tell a story.
And the story they tell is kind of like this. So Johnny,
Someone send me a nerp.
So Johnny, you walk up as you're sort of talking with the rest of the group as everybody goes toward Darcy. I mean, your bike's parked nearby, and you see Billy sort of take the step in, and you see him wobble, and you're like, "Oh, I gotta see this."
Yeah.
Because who wouldn't? And you see him, he like, it's like somebody trying to do that sort of one-legged squat, and it's not that easy. But he sort of manages to, he does sort of a half squat and sort of slides into the van. And that's when you see one of the bench seats right next to him go.
It's just eyes that appear. So it's just
like
eyes?
this much.
and
so-
I look at him on the floor and then I make eye contact and then I just shut.
So it's not enough that you like full on recognize her, but you now know someone's in what we're now calling the KO box. And perhaps more importantly, you now know where the smoking compartment is.
Yeah. At this point, I just spin around. Well, at least the vehicle's not haunted. And get on my bike.
Is the sim patch something that I can use a med kit on, or is that I
Some
couldn't
damage
remember.
now.
Okay.
You can use a med kit for physical damage, which he has plenty of. Which is why I sort of jokingly pointed out that it was Allerden who went to the Valkyrie module.
With no physical damage.
Because Allerden has no physical damage
Yeah.
and Billy has lots.
Yeah.
And he only went there to nap. Like there was no like healing he actually wanted to do. He's just like, this seems like a good place to just sleep.
Yeah. So before we get on the road, let's have Allerden make a body plus willpower test.
All right.
This will represent the rest you got while you were filling out the clipboard.
Okay.
Which was the real reason they gave him the clipboard. You know, it takes so long to fill out. People heal
Shush.
before they leave.
That's
I
right.
too relax filling out forms.
Hey, just for the sake of brevity, can you roll this for me? I'm having some issues with my computer
Okay.
right now.
Let me pull up your character sheet. Body willpower. Okay, so you heal 4 boxes of stun.
Sweet.
You're feeling pretty good. Because that means you only have 2 boxes of stun.
Actually, no. I was at -3. I had 9 boxes of stuff.
Oh, okay. So you're feeling somewhat better.
Alrighty.
And that's before we get on the road. So now that we're on the road, I'd like for Gertrude and Johnny to make pilot ground craft tests. We'll have Billy make a body plus willpower test, and Allerden will make a body plus willpower plus 6 test. So I'll do that as well. Body plus 6. So Allerden, you'll heal 3 more boxes of stun along the way. And Billy, you'll heal 4 boxes of stun along the way. The plus 6 was the benefit from the Valkyrie module.
So are we there yet?
Yeah, so you do pull up to the Truman Tower. It's not hard to see in the distance. It is still standing. It's still something like 150 stories tall. So tall it's sort of you don't see where it goes up into. There's some low-lying clouds. At least you hope they're clouds.
We were told to not go to the top 50 floors.
Yes, that's what you've heard. The top 50 floors people don't go to because between the Fab and the Wasp spirits, not a nice place. So you get there, and you can tell you're sort of in the process of cleaning up something, and it looks like there's been a fight. It's not recent, but maybe within the last 6 hours, 8 hours, something like that. So it's mostly just people out there like cleaning up the scene. You imagine if there was any medical treatment or triage, that would have been done by now. But you do see some people out there with guns, and they're wearing patches that say Spire Enterprises. And there's some people in sort of overalls who are cleaning up. Sorry, I think I interrupted you twice there, Billy.
Before Darcy stops, slide open the door, take a look out, ready my axe and shield, Then just as Darcy stops, I'll step out, look back at the camera dude, be like, and start making my way up to the building.
So Billy Camera Dude steps out one of the other doors of Darcy when Darcy comes to a stop. And you see sort of does this, hang on a minute, and it sort of walks around, and you see it's getting the long shot of the side of Darcy, and then sort of pans around, waiting for you to step out. And so Johnny, you see this as well.
Yeah.
You see the not as sturdy Billy step out, and then you see the real Billy Berserker step out of the side of the van. Ha ha! And
all right, team, let's go.
So at this point, you see the guys with the guns sort of bring them to. They don't point them at you, but they're ready and they're looking at you.
It might be best if we stay in the van, don't you think, Billy?
But it looks like there was fighting here, and there's bugs around, and I think it would be beneficial if I stayed for security reasons.
Security reason. Sounds good.
Of course.
Okay, carry on.
Of course, if somebody wanted to talk to these fine folk about where we needed to be, where to find Melissa, someone, I don't know, with star power like KO.
Yeah, if only she were somewhere around. Have you seen her?
Is she the chick living under the seat?
Oh, yeah. KO?
Nobody's home.
Can I make a check to see if I recognize her voice?
Sure, yeah. So you've stepped out of the Valkyrie module by now.
Nobody's home.
You can make a perception test.
Okay, perception test.
Billy, why don't you make a charisma plus edge test? I'm kind of interested to see where that goes.
Okay. And perception.
Yeah, so you recognize the voice pretty easily.
Okay,
It's kind of muffled. The voice is kind of muffled, but you're sure it came from the bench seat next to you.
I mean, I understand that you're not home because this is a man, but you want to come out?
I love that glitch you rolled there, Billy.
Ooh.
I asked through the seat, what do you want?
I mean, we have a job to do, don't we?
So it's at this point that some of the Spire security guys point their rifles at you and say, "That's the guy that blew up the flower shop."
Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, get back in the van.
They're fans!
No. Get back in the van.
Hi, guys! Hey,
Johnny,
great to
help
meet
me.
fans!
And then one of the others says, "But which one is it?"
There's only one true Billy Berserker.
One that looks dumber.
So then the guy who is sort of being indecisive suddenly points his gun at you and says, "Get out of here!"
See, they asked nicely, Billy. Get back in fucking van.
Okay, listen, I'm being patient here. This is you guys' job. But if I got to take over, the doc ain't going to be happy. Send that over a text to everybody.
Okay.
Oh, hey! We're gonna leave, but first, just need to know where to find Melissa. No big deal. Her name's on the building. It's cool. She's pretty famous too.
So at this point, they're starting to sort of fan out. They're taking up sort of tactical positions, scanning the area, and it's then that you see, and it's kind of for effect at this point, but you see the laser dots on your chest.
Just on his chest, though, right?
Just just on his chest.
Okay.
No, you guys want to get back together so you all fit in the shot. I mean, you guys want to be on the show, right? You're fans, come on.
While this is all happening, I slither out of my box. And I make my way to the open door and I peep. And I would like to use lightning bolt just to scare everyone away.
I always forget you can do magic. Like 100% of the time, it's always a shock to me.
So to be fair, lightning bolt is a single target attack, right?
Well, all right. Here's the deal.
Ball lightning.
So let's do this then.
Or is
the one who's got the laser? It's a warning shot.
Okay.
And I want to do it closest to the person calling the shots. We're gonna go with a force. 7. Six hits. Drain. Okay, I take 1. It's done.
So let me just get this right. Out of the back of Darcy, a lightning bolt shoots at the guy that's been talking. At him or at the ground in front of him?
The ground in front of him.
Okay.
But a force 7.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I heard.
Okay.
So at this point, so the guy you shoot sort of a warning shot at takes a couple steps back and says, "Mage!"
Yeah.
And then he starts opening fire. He actually adjusts. So at this point, we're going to do initiative.
Da-da-da.
Let me pull up the initiative tracker and clear it.
Gertrude, drive!
Hear me out, Bob. Hear me out. What if?
And I would like Gertie to drive past Billy, and I grab him and pull him in. This is the goal. Okay, let's roll.
What if Luna sends a text message being like, "Hey, I know you guys can do this. Just stick to your strengths." Like, and I can roll for leadership.
I like it.
No, you could do that on your first turn.
Yes.
So your initiative will have to come up
I-
first.
Fully accept. Probably help if I rolled initiative.
Yes, you must now roll initiative.
I rolled mine, but it did not show up.
We're all like right around the same numbers, which is very interesting.
Yeah, but
Oh, you didn't click on your token, I think.
Come on, Chris. It's like you don't play games on this channel ever.
I swear I'm not on here like 3 times a week.
So
And
click on your
then
token and
roll
then
it
roll
again.
initiative.
Oh, I did. I'm just waiting for it to come on up.
Okay. And then I'll give you the 21 you rolled the first time.
Get on the scene. Do-do-do.
Meanwhile, yes, I will give you the 21 you rolled the first time.
Sweet.
And let's see. We've got. I have to take my own example. Click on the token.
Mana Bolt is invisible, correct?
It is a mana spell, but it can still, if it's a high enough force, it can still cause disruptions in the area that can be detected. So there's a perception test that you can make for noticing spell casting. The higher the force, usually the easier it is to notice.
Gotcha.
Hello, Tim Patrick. We're just in time to watch the TPK to ensue.
I mean, we kind of brought this on ourselves.
Speak for yourself. All right. Actually, no, you didn't do nothing.
Like I was just taking a good old nap, and now here we are.
I know.
And here we are.
Does Stephanie get to roll initiative? She's part of the team.
Who actually gets her portion of the cut?
Billy.
Oh, he's double dipping.
He's got loan sharks.
Gotcha.
Gotta pay those loan sharks.
Yeah,
Don't want them to repossess Stephanie.
Billy's got a shark infestation.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can do this.
You should really go see a general practitioner about that. They could probably help him out.
Someone with this info on file already, though.
That's good for you.
Hopefully, like a 3-star rating place.
Mm.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna start going to no one but the Michelin-rated street dogs from now.
All right, so it is his turn first.
So as as KO is letting loose righteous lightning out of the van at this guy, I'm actually just gonna go ahead and follow. Yeah, I'm going to like, all right, get your ass in the van, Billy. Like we can get another shot. This is a chase shot now, I guess.
Father Aladdin woke up and just started swearing all of a sudden. I don't understand why.
Hey, he's upset when he doesn't get his nap. All right, he'll pray about it later, but right now he needs to get his ass in the fucking van.
Wow.
I gotta check whatever drugs are in the Valkyrie module.
One of these knobs really got me wired. All right.
Aladdin hit the cram switch. All right.
And then he is going to like try to motion to get Billy in the van, and then mana bolt the guy shooting at him, or shooting at us rather. And mana bolt.
So you're gonna shoot. You're gonna shoot at the same guy that KO just fired a warning shot at.
Yeah, but my goal here is for it to be kind of less flashy than bolts of lightning. So the goal is that this dude just happens to explode or whatever mana spells do, because I've never hit anything with it yet. So
It's a direct spell, but
or does it mean I have to touch it?
Well, it's line of sight, but direct spell means that you only do damage equal to your net hits. So whatever you roll minus whatever they roll, the difference is what they take.
Versus
like,
yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
Then dream.
Oh, that's not good for him.
Good.
So he snaps back like he's been headbutted, but you don't see anybody headbutting him. He's like, oh. So that'll bring us to KO.
okay. So Billy's still outside of the vehicle?
Billy's still outside the vehicle because Billy hasn't had a turn yet.
Is he within arm's reach?
Sure.
Okay. I'd like to go for a lift and carry and grab him and pull him back in. Is that allowable? Is it a lift and carry, or is it something else?
It's more like a sap and drag, right?
Yeah, I'll let you do a lift and carry test. As long as Billy is not resisting.
Oh no, I realize as a player what's going on.
Okay.
Billy knows that his team has his back, so
I'm literally grabbing onto your back. A 2. A 2's not going to do it, is it?
2 is not going to do as much as you'd like. You sort of grab him and pull him. You get him to the door, but there's just too much there to pull in.
But he is in my way of being shot. So all right.
Yes, he is the human body shield, as it were.
Like the
It'll
human
do for
shield
now.
is a consolation prize.
It'll do for now.
All right, Johnny Nash.
Okay. I probably pulled in close enough to these guys that I'm going to get caught in whatever crap they flung out. So, first thing is just to take off as fast as I can and make myself move.
Okay, so you're just hitting the gas.
Hitting the gas and just trying to
make a drive test?
Yep. Just trying to be as stunt-worthy as possible.
Okay. Very good. So you see Johnny speed off. Now I have players begging for chat gifts. Please be generous with your channel points.
I love my fans and the viewers of this stream more than anyone else.
Luna.
So forceful. No, chat, no. Look at me. Look at me.
No, that's not.
No.
I am the bad guy.
No.
Yes, Tim, you can do that.
Yes, Tim, you can do that.
Yeah, as much as they're going to say you can't. Yes, you can, Tim.
I said I was a bad guy.
Amber's like, I'm all the bad
Actually,
guys.
at this point, you're right. In this situation, we technically are the aggressors attacking peaceful people, so we're the bad guys. You are the bad guys, yes.
We're Batman attacking a person that's literally just doing their job.
Yeah.
Point of order, I see Beth is in chat. Beth is the author of the mission that we are now thoroughly messing up.
Oh, we are so sorry.
Yes.
Like, big fan, but also we're
Yeah.
very sorry.
So sorry. You did great. We appreciate the work you've done for us to have fun. We are so sorry what we're doing.
I regret nothing.
So it is Luna's turn. You can make your leadership test if that's still what
Oh
you'd like
yeah,
to do.
send it a text. Literally the only thing I can do because I'm not leaving the clinic.
Management email. Awesome.
Aw, dang. I don't think that's easy for anyone.
Yeah, that's only a plus
Rude,
1 to
rude.
people.
Hold on. Do I have a nerve? Hold on.
You
And
always
now-
have your personal edge pool too.
Yes, you always.
No,
Yeah,
I
there's always
don't
personal
anymore.
action.
I don't anymore because I used it, and this is why I never use it.
Oh, okay. You already used it. Got it.
Yeah, I already used it. Okay, well, sorry. Bye.
All right, so we're letting that ride, okay? Let's see. So that will bring us to Billy Berserker.
I will command the camera dude to get in the van and jump in and make sure that I put KO in front of me.
Shut the door.
And shut the door.
You know, I don't. Maybe
Jenna's facepalm 19 times. Not that I'm counting, but it's been quite the night for Jen's face.
All
Maybe-
right, Gertrude.
Well, good thing it's Gertie's turn next.
It is
maybe-
Gertrude's turn now.
I guess we're driving away.
So you are still. So Billy Camera Dude is still outside the vehicle.
He'll be fine.
Oh, because he hadn't gone yet. Can I wait until he gets into the van since
Yeah, you
he's
can-
going
you can-
right after me?
Yeah, you can hold your action for that.
Okay. I would like to do that then.
Okay, so since Billy Camera Dude was fortunately given a command to get back into Darcy, he does so and closes the door. So now you can make your pilot groundcraft test. Okay. So you drive off, and at this point, they shoot a few rounds at Darcy and fail to penetrate Darcy's skin. And you guys get away from this fight.
No. I don't like that you said skin. I need you to do the sentence the correct way, please. That is just not. No.
I stand by my statement.
Dag nabbit.
This episode's haunted.
Darcy is the name of the van for anybody who's just
Yes.
joining us.
Yes, Darcy's the ambulance, and definitely not alive or a person or a ghost.
I don't.
Definitely not a ghost.
And
I
just
don't
for
like
the
that you
record,
said she had bulletproof skin.
and just for the record, I'm Johnny Nash. I work for Doc Tate. I'm not actually part of this party. I'm just here to make sure that things don't go wrong. And I'm really not doing a
you've
good
been
job
failing.
right now.
Really not doing a good job right now.
This is our second opportunity to go get this woman, and we still haven't.
So at this point, you have driven away.
Okay.
Okay.
Do we have any? We got like bed sheets or like a good costumes or anything like that?
What are we gonna do with the bed sheet?
Oh no, it's gonna pretend like we're ghosts. He was talking about being haunted
Are we
earlier.
gonna stop so we can regroup?
Yes.
Get another text from Luna. So did you guys do it?
No, we didn't.
So-
he sends back. Yes.
So we stop.
So you
I
stop.
stop. Hop off my car. Walk up to the side door of Darcy. Can I open it up, Gertrude? Or are you keeping it locked from me?
Keep it locked. Keep it locked. Keep it locked.
I think if I saw you coming, I would unlock the doors.
Okay.
No!
Open it up. Stick
I
my
don't want
head in.
someone punching my van from the outside. It's been punched from the inside already.
Okay. Why do you let him talk for you? I mean, seriously. I mean,
Who? No one. No. Let is a pretty strong word.
that's. I don't want to yell at a priest. I don't want to swear at a priest. Okay. We got to get her. Do you want to try this again? Maybe drive
Guys,
up.
are you okay?
Maybe drive up a little bit slowly, so that they don't think we're coming into, attack
Coming
them,
in
and
hot.
maybe not cast vaporizing lightning bolts at them.
And it's at this point you realize you're getting leadership by text message because the social person is not here.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I could. I wish
Hey,
I
I
didn't
know
have
I
to
just
laugh so
texted
much.
you all, but I just wanted to check in one more time. How you doing? Things are going well here, I think. Okay, talk soon.
Wish you were here. Bye.
I just send 3 upside down smiley faces and a thumbs up.
Oh, that's bad. That's
And-
bad. That is bad. Yep. Okay.
And that adequately summarizes the last 10 minutes for you guys.
I try to text you, we're fine, and instead it gives you a screenshot of the current weather conditions.
Oh,
Nice.
yep. It's definitely gone bad. Okay.
And so the father, while all this texting is going on, he talks to Johnny, and he's like, "Do you want to speak for us?" It's like the person that typically does the talking is not
Well,
here.
here's the deal. We tried going through the front and ran into all those people. Why don't we just try the back?
You just want to drive up and try the back door.
Yeah, just go to the back.
You want to try and sneak in and kidnap her?
No, we just go through the back.
So are
Okay.
they friendlier in the back?
Can we call
But they're-
ahead and make an appointment? How does this work?
Wasn't she missing? How can we make an appointment with the person who is missing?
Hey,
She
just
has
a
a point.
reminder that she's probably there because the bracelet that was hers, her daughter has. So it was her daughter that left, not her.
It'd be so great if you were here, so you could give that to us, that information
The
to us in
text?
perfect. Huh?
The text.
Which
Is there like beam me up? Is there like a beam technology over
Can I
here?
talk
that-
to Stephanie?
It's
from
at
a
that point
distance?
that Katie Cat leans over and says, "What's going on? Is my mom okay?"
I think Luna looks at her like, I have to go to the bathroom. And like, walks away.
Oh no. All right.
How far away have we driven from the spire?
That's an awfully good question.
Johnny, you left first, so
I didn't fumble. I didn't glitch on the composure roll. Okay.
Sometimes that's all you can hope for.
Yeah. I would have. I would have driven. I didn't see any vehicles right out front, so probably would have driven like 3 blocks away, maybe 4, depending on that, so that they don't have line of sight on us.
And you guys look back, and they're not giving chase.
Yeah.
Exactly.
They seem satisfied that you have left the tower area.
So
Well, I could always break character and go back as Miguel Garza.
Is that allowed? That feels illegal.
Yeah.
That's quite a
You're right.
that's quite
You're
a character development.
that's a really specific thing. Very specific character that you wanted to.
Did Billy actually say that?
Yeah.
Huh.
Okay, what is this episode?
So Gertrude, you
Is this the
Gertrude, you
Halloween
recognize
episode?
that name.
I do. I recognize it as a name that I'm not a fan of.
Mm-hmm.
So, we have a couple of options, I guess. We could try sneaking in the back, or, if maybe they haven't talked to their friends in the back yet. We could also maybe go with an angle that we were trying to get some footage for Billy's TV show and make some really big apologies with some really big fruit baskets or something.
Cookies.
Is
This mission is going to be 4 more episodes. Can't.
Gertrude, if you think that approach will work, then we should try it.
I have
We could
no
get
idea
some-
if that'll work.
We could get some tabby tots. Everybody loves tabby tots.
Please, what are those? Please don't tell me they're what I think they are.
You know what? You want to run the con? KO can hop. That's you, right? KO that talked about. She can hop on the back of the bike. I ride up calmly. KO can get off, do the con, and then once everything's clear, we make sure that then you guys can follow up. Maybe you guys pull up just inside a range. But that way not everybody is in. If they just start shooting, the bike is faster than Darcy.
I would like to whisper to Allerton privately.
Yes, young lady.
Will you send a spirit and make sure it protects me from this guy?
So you would like me to send a spirit to only protect you from Johnny?
Yes, and let this be between us.
Yeah, but if I was going to call a spirit, do you think it would be just easier to have it protect the lady we're trying to find?
Well, I will protect the lady, and then the spirit will protect me, protecting the lady.
Oh, like a Matryoshka doll of protection. I get you. Okay, that works.
Okay, great. Yep, sounds good, Johnny. Let's do it. And I put the helmet, my bike helmet on my head.
So as we get ready to have our runners kick down the back door, as it were, we're going to go to our mid-session break. So we'll be back in 10 minutes, and you can see how we TPK the party.
Oh no! Oh no!
Be back soon, folks.
And welcome back. We have now done our 3 hours of planning, and our Shadowrunners are ready to kick down the back door this time.
Well, that was a question, because when we were talking,
Yes.
what I was saying was KO on the back of my bike. We just ride up to the front and try to introduce ourselves peacefully again, and say we were just doing a shot for Billy Berserker. It wasn't intentional. That was just a bit of pyrotechnics that went off badly. And do a con. That's what I was talking about. That's
Yep.
okay. So And you're the backup face, right? You can sell this to them?
Mm.
I'm
Mhm.
not even showing her face.
I have my helmet on, screen visor down. Yep.
Just take the helmet off so they can see your eyes.
We're about to get on a bike. That's dangerous.
Lady, the bike goes where I want it to go, and my
I'm not-
passengers go
I'm
where I
not
want it to
wrong.
go.
I'm not wrong. Let's roll.
So while this is happening, Aladdin is going to turn on his sensing and see if there's any kind of spirits or any kind of craziness about before he summons.
To scan the area for things, go ahead and make an sensing test.
Take off.
I'll go ahead and roll it for you because it looks like you're lagging out.
No. Rolled again. You cheated him.
It's true.
It's not a glitch.
You got to do your best for him.
Everyone in chat agrees with me.
Nobody in chat has talked since nobody in chat has seen that yet.
So it looks. I agree with myself. Yeah. So you look around, Allerton, and it looks. I mean, there's sort of some haze around. Like there's a little bit of a background count. You don't see any spirits coming to hunt you down or anything like that. You can tell that there's a background count of 1 here. So when you do your summoning, it'll be at a -1.
Looks like he's stuck.
Like he is fully stuck.
Yep. But he was going to summon something to protect her from me anyways.
Yep.
So I don't plan on attacking her. Well, maybe he's coming right back.
But we'll take care of that when he gets back.
Yeah, I don't
Good to
plan
hear
on
you
attacking
don't plan
her.
on attacking her. That's nice.
Well, yeah, I'm being
Oh,
honest.
there he is.
Appreciate that.
So I don't know how much of that you caught. There are no spirits coming to hunt you down.
Sweet.
You're going to be at a -1 for your summoning test because of the background count.
Okay, cool beans. So I didn't even know if you guys heard me. So you did hear that I wanted to sense before I.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
That was about as much as we heard before you conked out.
Yeah, you can go ahead and make that roll.
Oh yeah, first I have to load that up.
So you've already made the sensing test. Now it's time to do a summoning test.
Okay, and then I'll be at -1 for that.
Yep. And what force are you summoning?
She seemed pretty worried, so I'll go ahead and give her the 4/6.
Force 6. All right.
Give her the 4/6.
Tell you,
Like I don't know about you guys, but like Comcast was a pain in the ass today, all day.
you know.
Oh, sorry. What were you saying, Johnny?
Shadowrun brought to you by Comcast.
You know,
Don't say that.
you'd think I'd have a reason to hurt you, KO. What reason could Johnny have to hurt KO?
You didn't hear any of that. I whispered earlier.
I know.
Backtrack.
I wasn't doing the Johnny toys.
Oh, okay. This is Tom.
This was Tom. Yeah, so you're right. I should have taken off the should have taken off the sunglasses.
Yeah, you gotta take off the glasses, man. I don't know who you are anymore.
Okay, well then, yeah, with the glasses off. You know, geez, I don't understand why KO is so nervous around Johnny.
Well, she's just got like a nervous disposition.
Yeah, I mean,
And this is Amber speaking because I have my glasses on.
okay, got it. All right, we're coming up. We're coming up on him. Can you at least raise the visor? I'm slowing right down to a crawl right now.
All right, so you sort of roll up.
Yep.
And they've got guns trained again.
Yep. They got
They're
guns
actually
trained,
pointing at you guys.
but I'm not pointing my guns at them, and we're just literally slow down and just ease
That's
in.
close enough.
They tell us stop. I stop.
Yep. And they do.
Hey, your time to talk. She gets the text message.
I put my hands up and I get off the bike and I flip my visor up so that they can see my eyes.
Uh-huh.
Hey, can I talk to the person in charge here? I think there's some misunderstanding. We are trying to film a new shot for the Billy Berserker show, and I think that maybe no one told you guys in advance. So we just want to apologize and say we're really sorry.
Make a contest.
I will. If chat wants to donate anything, now is the time. Thank you. I know some names. Don't make me call them out. All right, and here we go.
What?
I would like to re-roll my failures.
Okay, I'm gonna ban some people now with my mod privileges.
There we go.
Wow. Aw, Wondercoon, thank you so much, you angel.
Because now would be a good time to spend that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
personal
I'm
edge.
gonna go ahead and spend it. Let's see. I had 6 die in it? Is that correct? No, 5. No?
I see that you've rolled 3 dice.
Yeah.
What was that, an error?
I don't know. I only have 3 die in it? Well,
You only rolled 3 dice.
huh?
Let me see what you've got here.
What do I have going on? I could have sworn I had more.
Yeah, you should probably just, manually roll 15 dice.
Thought there was more.
Nope, 3 dice is appropriate.
Tight. Okay, re-roll 2d6. All right, 2.
All right.
That's a 2. That's a 2 out of 3. That's a 66% positive rating there.
They so the guy talking says, I'm the one in charge, and he's pointing his gun. You now realize you're staring down the barrel. That was a TV show or Trid show.
Yeah. Can I just you know what? You can just Google. Have one of your guys Google him. No, Matrix him. I'm not really good with tech. So yeah, have one of your people look up Billy Berserker show.
He puts his hand to his ear. Yeah. Really?
Come on,
Really?
buddy. We know that the guy
Really?
holding the gun never's in charge.
I would like to lean a foot back and just kind of kick Johnny Nash in the leg.
This is going so well.
He's not aiming anything. He's just looking hard at the guy. Come on, buddy. Get real.
Just check in. You're not putting
intimidation of
KO
one,
in
huh?
charge of
So you
talking, are you?
You hear a couple of guys in the back of the group. They start chuckling, and one of them starts sort of passing the comm link around. Really?
Yep. Anything for the ratings. That's that guy.
So no permit for filming went through here.
Oh, we're really sorry. We'll delete the footage then if it didn't go through, and we'll just have to come back another time and try. But
it will suffice if you leave and don't come back.
can I give you some money to allow us to film? We're low budget though, so I've only got like a couple hundred new yen on me at this moment.
But I think she has plenty of bus passes.
You know
We
what?
can order some food for your guys if you want.
So you're trying to bribe me now?
No, just trying to make a deal.
By bribing me.
No,
Move along.
it's only a bribe if you accept. All right, well, gonna walk away. Thanks for your time. And, yep, okay. And I put my visor down. I get on the bike.
Do you drive off?
I nod to the guy, and I give him the look of, like, the people you have to work for sometimes. And then I take off.
Grab Johnny Nash's love handle and squeeze real tight for saying that comment.
They're metal now.
I will need to get Gertrude. I will need to get Gertrude to check my fingers. Well,
after what you and Billy did, Johnny's mostly metal now. He doesn't even notice that you did that.
So you rejoin the group.
With that 7, Johnny hot dogs it a little bit just to make a point to KO or scare the crap out of her. Yeah.
wait, what do you do?
He's taking some risks here. He's like popping wheelies and jumping some ramps.
Yep.
Making the ride very uncomfortable.
Yeah, he makes it uncomfortable, but I'm not scared of the ride.
Why do you make a composure test?
Oh, roll 20, come on.
Yeah, you managed to hold it together.
Yep, there's a spirit on my side.
You've got God and anime with you. You can't possibly fail.
I've got an anime with me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
That's the name of the spirit.
Yeah.
Oh.
So at this point, I should point out to Allerton, there is no spirit.
Oh, I'm just gonna let her keep. The spirit is around us all the time. All right.
The spirit matched your successes, and so is not here.
Oh,
That's a really vague.
Have you gone to church?
I've physically been there. We've taken you home.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Oh, so there is no
All right.
spirit?
Yeah, the spirit did not appear.
So pull up. Well, that went absolutely nowhere.
Guys, we're gonna have to go in there guns blazing. Mm-hmm. Yep.
And Gertrude's out.
She went to go get fruit baskets.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
It's okay, Gertrude. I'll drive.
You get this new round of texts from the group, Luna, and you seem to be on some sort of a death spiral.
There's just one text from KO to you, in your friendship chat, and it's just, why didn't you come?
I didn't realize I needed to.
You are the glue that holds us together, and that is all I respond for a while.
I think there's just like a tear.
There's a Sarah McLachlan song playing in the background.
You get a text from
You
Johnny
are the wind
asking,
beneath my
"How are you
wings."
guys still alive?"
See, I
Some science, some prayer.
thought it was because
bullets.
of Gertie, but maybe it's me. I don't know. I just thought I should stay here and keep an eye on Dr. Tate, and but I'm not gonna text that to Johnny. What I'm actually gonna text to Johnny is I just thought I'd stay here and keep Katie company because you're with them, so I figured why not send the one that can actually, fight. I just talk.
Yeah,
Didn't think I'd be super useful.
tempted to go back and go. Actually, pull up. Say, you want me to drive back and get Luna? I can be there and back pretty quick. Or do we want to? Are you guys just gonna? Are we just gonna have to go in blazing?
No, let's just go blast them. It's fine. She chose not to come for a reason, and we have to respect her wishes.
So, you want?
So they're not doing anything stupid, are they? Because when Kale gets desperate, she gets real desperate, which equals reckless. She kind of billies things up.
So, to the group, I say, so you're willing to go in and just kill a bunch of people to get this person out of there?
I'm sure we could just knock them out.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
I sent a text to the
we're
group.
gonna knock them
I'm
out.
pretty sure we just have to get eyes on her. I don't we were supposed to retrieve her, right? Sorry, out of character. We were supposed to retrieve her, right? What was
You're supposed to, yes, you're supposed to retrieve Melissa Truman
because we thought she was lost or kidnapped.
because
You know what?
her panic button went off, and
Yes.
I'm gonna call
and
Truman
because she's being
Tower.
paid.
Yeah, so I
Yes.
have a 30,000 new yen upon tracking her down,
Mm-hmm.
30,000 new yen for her safe return alive, 15,000 if she's dead and we didn't do it.
Oh, you guys are really trying to get no money.
No, I mean we didn't. I'm not gonna kill her.
No, but
Oh.
Amber.
The fact that we had to put that in our contract, that it was 15,000 if she's dead, but we didn't do it,
Mm-hmm.
speaks volumes to us as
Our work
people.
ethic.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to summon a spirit again.
Okay. Same force.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I think at this point I'm just gonna call Gertrude.
Oh wow.
Why don't you call me?
Because I think you're still texting from inside the KO box.
So I didn't make you do this last time, but I do need to soak 8 drain, Allerton.
Ooh, oh no, oh no, no, no.
He decided to roll real
Just
bad.
go ahead and lay down in that.
Just
Go
go
ahead
back
and lay
in
down
the,
in that Valkyrie match.
Just go back in the macho.
I'm gonna go back in my KO box.
So you take
All
6
right.
boxes of that.
Oh, no.
And we wake
And
up
you
and it was all a
apparently
dream.
you apparently get a message from the Lord that says you don't need a spirit on this one.
All right.
Oh no.
Blood spurts out of my nose, and I shakily sit back down.
So it's not physical. It's just stun. Just stun.
So I'll take 6 boxes, correct? So you
6
gave me
boxes
what,
of
4 boxes back from the Valkyrie module?
You should
And
have
I'll
been
take
down.
another.
You should have been down to 2 boxes after the Valkyrie module. So you should be back to 8 boxes.
Okay.
It's not comfortable, but I know you're still conscious.
What did you just do?
Apparently nothing. He says holding his forehead.
He
Oh,
closes his eyes and his nose starts bleeding.
Yeah, it's one of those
Like
things where
full Stranger Things.
you get this prayer where he says like, "Lord, send your spirit to aid me," and you just hear this giant nope.
Nope. Even I don't want a part of this.
No part of what you
Apparently,
guys had
hits him
planned.
like a headbutt.
He prayed and pulled a hamstring.
That's amazing.
All right, whoever said that gets an inspiration.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I call Gertrude.
Gertrude. Yeah, Gertrude, let's just go around the back. I say,
Okay.
as you get a call.
all right. What? How did this go so wrong? Hello.
Hi. How are things going?
We miss you.
Oh, that's. Thanks. I miss you guys too. It's only been half an hour. How are things?
We chose some violence. It didn't
Because
work
you
out
were
well.
attacked?
No. There was miscommunications, I guess. Yeah. I'd call that
Was it
miscommunication.
Billy, KO, Johnny, or Allerton?
I would like to check all boxes, please.
How dare you?
Okay. Okay. Have you tried calling the tower?
No, we tried talking to get in the front door after we tried
Oh
exploding
no, who
them.
did you let? Dude, what? Explode. Can you put KO on for me, please?
I'll hand my comlink over to KO. Other team mom wants
yeah.
to talk to you.
Hello?
Hey, buddy.
Hey,
How's it going?
it's good. Do you think you can call Truman Tower?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, did you try to explode someone?
No. Billy got out of the van, and then these people recognized him from blowing up the flower shop, and so I tried to scare them away from him as they trained their guns on him, and that didn't work.
But the explosion. Hold on,
And
they had guns, and
well-
you decided.
Yeah, they were gonna shoot him.
KO, did you not get enough oxygen inside the box?
What are you talking about? They were going to shoot him. I tried to scare them from shooting him.
Maybe you could have explained the situation? There's just silence again. Okay.
We gotta go. Please make my call. Thank you. Bye. And I hang up.
Okay, can I communicate with Stephanie from long distance?
So first of all, Luna, go ahead and refresh an edge point.
Like, that's really mean of you
Yeah.
guys.
Yes, you can call Stephanie.
Cool, I want to call Stephanie.
This is Stephanie.
Hey, Stephanie, I hear things are going less than stellar.
The usual.
Yeah, is it possible to communicate to someone within the tower?
You mean like call the front desk?
Yeah.
It's
Can
possible.
you patch me through?
Sure. Spire Enterprises.
Hey, I've been hearing some static about a hoopla outside the tower. Just a worried Samaritan. It's an old biblical term.
Yes, I'm afraid there's been some enemy action today. I advise not coming near the building.
Good to know. Is everyone within the building safe?
No.
No.
Well, safe-ish. Some were injured.
Oh. What about the the owners?
I can't speak to the owners.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. Sorry, let me be more clear. What about Miss Truman and anyone else of note? Are they all safe?
Who?
A Melissa?
You'll have to be more specific.
Actually, I would just love to know how are all of the Melissas? Are any of the Melissas that are supposed to be there not there?
I'm sorry, I can't release medical records of anyone who may or may not be a patient here.
A patient at Truman Tower?
You've reached Spire Enterprises.
Please hold. And I call Gertrude.
That's my line.
Never mind. I checked my notes. Current tower resident, Spire Enterprises, specialize in delivery services. They own Drone Dash. Cool.
Yes.
Um.
Uh-huh.
Cool. Hey. I was wondering if you needed someone to go check out those top 50 floors.
No one goes up there.
Right. But wouldn't you love to utilize that space for Drone Dash? Think of how many more drones you could stock.
I'm sorry, I have no time for prank calls. Have a good day. Click.
Hey Stephanie.
Yes.
Are there cameras in the tower?
Hold, please. Yes, there are cameras.
Cool.
There are cameras on the exterior. There are cameras certainly in the lobby. Those are the ones I can sense from here.
Are you able to see Katie or Melissa within the last 24 hours on those cameras in the lobby or outside? Or any Melissas?
Yes, Katie was there. Just now it would be about 10 hours ago. And someone close to the picture I gave to Gertrude. And she flashes the picture that she gave to Gertrude on your screen.
Oh.
Someone who looks not quite like that. It wasn't a perfect replication, but there was someone there up until about 4 hours ago. And she beams you over some camera footage, and you see. I will now show you this person. That person was seen going away from the spire, roughly toward where you picked up Katie Cat.
Okay, so Melissa was there. This person was there, and Katie was there at the same time,
Yes.
and then they left together.
They did not leave together.
Okay, she left with Katie.
She left about, this would have been about 6 hours after Katie.
Okay.
So about 10 hours ago is when you see you're seeing some footage from the external cameras. There was this huge fight that the security people repelled, but there were some injuries. During that fight, you see the two of them together, so Katie Cat and the person you're assuming is Melissa, whom for no reason whatsoever I've labeled Stacy on the handout. You saw, so they were definitely pretty close to each other, and at some point you see them talk and they hug, and Katie Cat goes running off. You see then the battle ends. There's a whole bunch of triage that goes on, cleanup, and in that time, about 6 hours after the fight, is when she leaves.
Leaves the tower.
Yeah, so she grabs a motorcycle and rides off.
Steffi, you wouldn't happen to be able to catch the license plate on that motorcycle, would you? Also, I lied. I'm not the glue of this team. You are, Stephanie.
Well, yeah. Here's the license plate that was on it when it left.
Yeah, no telling whether it still has it.
Right. I make no guarantees as to whether it might have changed or that I'd be able to track it if I had it.
Cool. You've been great. Can you just tell the team to just tell them to come back? That would be great.
Okay. So Gertrude, you get a message from Stephanie where the last maybe 10 seconds of that conversation are replayed.
Okay.
I want to also have Stephanie play me the scene that went on maybe like 10 minutes ago, of KO blowing things up, and I want to see it.
Yeah, so it's available.
Yes.
She's rolled well enough that it's available.
Awesome. Cool.
I was totally
Cool.
thinking you're gonna
Wow,
have Stephanie
they're
play
really-
Darcy come back.
Darcy, come back. You can blame it all on me.
See, it's perfect.
We can confirm we just can't live without Luna.
See,
My abilities are Plan B. Plan A is to talk our way through. And Plan A was not here. I'm just saying.
Well, I'll talk to you guys when you get back.
Oh, we will talk to you when we get back.
All right, so yeah, Gertrude, go ahead and make a pilot groundcraft test, please. And between Billy and Allerton, each of you go ahead and make a body plus willpower test. Whichever one of you is in the Valkyrie module gets a +6 to that roll.
oh yeah. So you want to rock paper scissors for it, Billy?
We all know Allerton is in it.
All right, sweet.
Just taking a nap.
Yeah.
Johnny is taking off as fast as he can to get back first.
Okay.
He
Is KO still on the bike with him? Sorry.
No.
And you know what, Allerton? I will rock, paper, scissors you to get in the Valkyrie, even though I don't need it.
Why? Why?
All right. So how are we gonna rock paper scissors? I didn't add the plus.
Lift your hands to the camera.
All right. All right. Here, let me switch.
Just roll a
You ready?
d6 and whoever got higher did it.
All right. Actually, we need someone to call us off. All right. You ready, Luna?
I'm not a part of this.
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Get out of here! Is that paper?
It is
Paper.
Oh, I'm in the Valkyrie, and you can't have it.
Dang it!
Brat.
Darn.
Wow. So you get to take your normal seat in the Valkyrie module, and hey, KO's in there.
The father rolls into the KO box for a nap.
So the KO
They're
box
just-
the KO
they're
box is a
just
little
crumbs
cramped
in there.
for you.
It's the Allerton alcove now.
It's cramped. It's cramped, and there are soy chip crumbs all over the place because I was snacking and watching the tread.
So it is uncomfortably small for you because you are a larger person. So you can kind of sit in there, but you can't really lay down, and you certainly can't close the KO box on you.
Dang, Darcy just fat shamed you.
Wow.
Damn.
After everybody's in their assorted places, I'm going to pull out the medical tape and go ahead and start taping the Valkyrie module, not completely shut, but just to make sure that the door doesn't wiggle.
You don't want me to break the door open.
And then I'm gonna go and sit. And then I'm gonna go sit on the alcove door, so that we make sure that it stays in place.
The KO box door? Is that what you're referring to?
Yep.
So the box will not close.
That's okay. I'm still sitting on it. It's going to be uncomfortable, right? But I'll have fun.
By will not close, I mean it will not close into any version of an actual seat. Because Allerton is larger than human.
Allerton, you coming out of there?
So this one, Allerton's trying to pull it closed like a hard blanket of some kind.
All right, I guess I'll go back to my normal seat. I'll make
while
sure
they're
to
traveling,
put my big boots up on the bench where.
So each of you can make a willpower plus body test to heal some stun.
while they're traveling back, can I talk to Katie?
Sure.
Cool. Doc Tate, is it cool if Katie and I get some fresh air and talk?
Let's.
Be real cool if you said yes.
Don't go too far.
Yeah, we're just gonna go right outside. If it helps, and I take off my shoes and I leave them in the office, I'll be back for these. Side note, I don't know if anyone ever did that. Like borrowed something from a teacher and had to give something in return.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Anyway,
I never
just had
gave them my
flashbacks.
J's. What kind of shoes does
Luna doesn't
Luna
have
wear?
J's. Come on.
She's
All
wearing
right,
Chuck Taylors.
So you walk out with Katie
Yeah.
Cat.
Yeah. Hey, Katie, you know we're looking for your mom, right? Why didn't you tell us that she wasn't at the tower?
She's at the tower.
How do you know she's at the tower?
That's where she was when I left.
What did she tell you before you left? It's okay. We're just trying to help.
You told me not to talk to strangers.
She told you not to talk to strangers?
Mm-hmm.
Well, see, we introduced ourselves and have spent quite a bit of time together. So I would argue that we're not strangers.
You told me people would come looking for her.
Did she say what people?
No, but I know she was in danger.
Okay. Okay. So if she were to say leave hours after you left, it's probably because she didn't feel safe at the tower and was going someplace safe.
Maybe.
You don't have to tell me, but would you know where that place is?
Could make a either etiquette or negotiation test.
I'm so scared.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yes.
Man, where were you when we were trying to get more money?
I was building this friendship so we could have this conversation. That's what I was doing. My job. That's what I was doing.
Yes. I know a place.
Okay. Okay. All cards on the table. See, that's an expression that just means I'm gonna be completely honest with you and not hold things back. Cool. Okay, so I and my friends were told that your mom was in danger because your little. Turns out you had her health bracelet Fitbit thing.
She gave it to me.
Yeah, but we didn't know that, and we were told that she was kidnapped and something was
You can't
wrong,
have it.
and to bring her back. I don't want it. I don't want it. But I'm letting you know that our job was to bring her back safe. Do you think the person that hired us to bring her back safe actually can't be trusted?
Looking at the stat block for no real reason.
I don't like that. Can I roll a friendship test? I think I have
Friendship test.
30 d6 in that.
Roll for
Have you
animal
met
friendship.
Delica? She definitely has at least 45 dice in that.
Ooh, look. Is that my friendship test?
No, that's me rolling 31d6.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Roll.
Why 31?
Because you had 30.
Okay, hold on. No.
So what?
Wait.
What is?
Get you that nerp, girl. I'm pretty sure someone gifted you something.
What is?
If you want to use it.
What is it you really want?
I want to know if we were sent on a mission that we never should have taken. I want you to be safe and your mom to be safe. And that is what I care about.
I have no way of knowing. The doctor's been nice so far.
Yeah. The doctor.
Are you saying I
Yeah.
shouldn't trust the doctor?
What I'm saying is that a doctor may have hired us to do this mission in the first place, and maybe I have my doubts about why. Can I do a memory check on the waitress that was filming? No, it doesn't make sense for that to be the mom, but I want to do it anyway now. Can I do a memory check and see if the waitress looks familiar now that all of this time has passed?
No,
and we've seen
no
her?
memory test necessary. She does not look the same.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah.
What I'm saying is, you know these people better than I do.
Yes.
How am I supposed to feel safe if you don't?
That's a fair point. You have a point. But counterpoint, I rarely feel safe. So, don't know if that's the best litmus test. A litmus test is when you test the acidity or the basicness of a substance. Anyway, uh, it's just an expression to mean that you shouldn't use that to measure the situation. So,
I've heard of litmus paper.
oh, cool. Okay. If you had to get back to your mom, could you do it?
Yes.
Okay. Do you want to get back to your mom?
Yes.
Do you need help getting back to your mom?
Probably not.
Okay. Are you feeling all right?
Yeah.
Maybe you should get going. I'll buy you some time. He has my shoes, so he thinks I'm just still out here. I don't know how long that'll hold up, but I think I confused him, and that usually buys me time.
And it's at that point that you look over and Dr. Tate is looking out the door at you.
Okay.
I'd like to send Luna a
maybe-
message.
And
How's
it's
it going?
And it's at that point, since we're close to the 10 o'clock hour, and now that I've made Beth's chemist heart twitch, we'll wrap up there. So it's as good a cliffhanger as any to take us into another episode.
Yes.
We're 90% done. Honest.
See us next week for
gosh.
part 3 of
Oh my-
27.
Yes. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you, especially to Tim and Beth, who are responsible for the mess I've laid down for you. Thank you to the players, and of course, thank you to Tom for doing double duty as both Johnny Nash and Tech. We'll see you guys next week.
Much love, everybody.
Have a good week, folks. And we're out.